Yo, what's the deal? This is Cabrin. I am your brother, the rapping real estate investor, here once again, sharing some of the knowledge that I have obtained over the past several years in this real estate world. And I hope that it's of value to you. So in exchange, please do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned in to videos to come. We post daily looking to equip people with the knowledge, resources, and the opportunities to build wealth through investing, and we focus on real estate. So, like I said, my name is Cabrin, and I am the rapping real estate investor, and they do call me that for a reason. And if nobody else does, I call myself that for a reason. And it's like, I just love living life. I live it up to the fullest. Stay chilling. Yeah, I'm staying the coolest, full of myself, full of the wealth, trying to get full of the bank account. Yeah, I felt it myself. I'm feeling myself. Iller than health. What? There is none like me. I am willing to shelf. Top shelf. Real health. Man, that was pretty rough. All right, forget it. I don't even care. I'm not here to rap for you, so it doesn't matter. I'm here to rap with you about investing, particularly in real estate. And today, actually, we're not going to talk about investing in real estate. We're going to talk about the opposite of it. Forgive me. Now, I'm gonna preface this with this, that I've been an entrepreneur for pretty much all my life. I mean, since I was a young, 13, cutting grass to, selling CDs to when we jumped off the porch, got into the streets and selling all that stuff that comes with that. And then, then even going to setting up a recording studio, to having selling insurance, into now being into the real estate world and stuff. Basically, I've always been an entrepreneur. So I've always been anti-job, and I have jumped ship every single chance that I can get. And I have fell on my face almost every single time. And it's a part of the process. And I do encourage you to trust yourself and to take that leap of faith, especially when you know it's time. But let me tell you, don't quit your day job. Don't do it. Not unless you know for sure. I mean, there are two different types of people in the world. Now, me, I am a jumper. I'm hopping ship. I'm getting to it. I don't care. I bet on me. I'm gonna win or I'm gonna lose, especially on a job, because jobs aren't going anywhere. So I always look at it like, if I fail, I could come and get another job or a better job somewhere else. Or if I do work a job, and this is another thing that I'll kind of tag onto this, is I'll go find a job that will help me be more successful within my business, where I can learn and I can develop skills. I could be around people who, have the resources and have the knowledge to help me get to where I'm looking to get. And then it's a win-win. But ultimately, keep your job until you have secured the bag, until you have momentum in your business, until you have properties, you have good credit, and you have a nest egg, and if you have something for a rainy day, or have some cushion for, to pay your bills, so you're not scrambling. Because what happens is you quit your job like, oh, I'm about to make this thing happen, I'm about to go full-fledged into this business, and then you won't have no money, you ain't got no reserves, and then you start panicking, you get desperate, you make desperate decisions, usually foolish decisions, and then you also put yourself at jeopardy, for one, that increases your likelihood of failure. And then and this depends on if you got kids or a family or anybody that's dependent on you, you put them in a compromising position too. I've done it several times, just believing in myself. I'm like, oh, when we eating, y'all gonna benefit from it, so y'all just gotta rock out with me. And I understand it. I still got that same philosophy. Maybe I'm just getting older now, but at the end of the day, every decision that we make affects all the people around us. So I encourage everybody to be ambitious, go for the gusto, trust yourself, take leaps of faith, but be strategic and plan wisely. And don't just take, don't just go off of a feeling like, oh, I feel I can, this whatever is going to work, and you just go and quit your job and go off. Because if you don't have the resources like passion, they say that, I forgot who is this that said this. Dang, was it Ryan Holiday? I don't know. It's one of these guys. But basically, it's that passion is the follow your passion thing is bullshit. That you shouldn't, don't, you following your passion and stuff like that is, that's what they always say to be successful is, follow your heart and your passion, whatever, do what you love. But that's usually not going to work. You have to get good at stuff, and then you learn to love the stuff that you get good at. And either way, you need to go with where your strengths are and stuff, because a lot of times people go and they're following their passions, and then but they don't have any of the skills to back up the success that is required, or the skills that are required for their success is what I'm trying to say, because they're just following their heart and they're in this little imaginary land. And I think that you do need to love what you do for you to have a certain amount of drive and stuff. But if you just basing your decision to go for your goals and just go all in strictly on that is often not the best approach. And again, I do also believe in failure. I think that it is healthy for you to fall on your face and learn from it. But again, just saying, it can save you some time and experience, is that make sure that before you jump ship, before you go all in on your dreams, before you say I'm invested in real estate 100%, I don't need no job, just understand that having a job gives you several benefits, such as steady income, a W-2, which means that if you want to get certain loans, if you want to apply for certain financing, credit cards, all of this stuff that helps you within your business, that helps when you have a W-2. And it's in the same sense, like I said, you can't get mortgages and stuff. Well, you can in some, but you got to have cash, or you got to have something. You have to have something. The banks aren't giving loans to people who don't have jobs. It's just even if you have a business and you're self-employed and you still make a lot of money, it's still challenging a lot of times to get financing, and that stuff works against you, especially in the real estate world. So again, and there's always ways around it. There's always alternatives to buy properties and creative financing, and all this stuff is 100% possible. But if you have a good job, you have a decent paying job, you're able to save some money. That's another thing. If you're able to pay your bills, save some money, invest in properties and stuff, and slowly build it up, over time, get you a rental property here, get you another one. And then once you start learning the systems, learning the process, establishing systems in the first place, and then replicating, and then you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I can do this. And really the rule of thumb is once your business is making more money than your job, then you can fire your boss, or another way to look at it is once your job is costing you more money than it's making you, saying that because I'm at this place for 40 hours a week and I'm making $50,000 a year, if I took the same 40 hours and invested in my business, I would make $100,000 a year. You having that job is costing you $50,000, because it's costing you the wage that you would be able to pay yourself plus the additional $50,000 on top of what you're already getting paid. So at that point, you're like, well, if my ratio is 2-to-1 when it comes to my basic income that I could bring in from my job, or hourly rate, if you put it that way, which your hourly value to your business compared to your job, at that point, it's like, yeah, it's time to move on. But I just say that to encourage you that, this is this is a marathon. It's not, you're not about to, be wealthy overnight. So if you think that, by jumping all in 10 toes and you just dive in and you just gonna start eating, that's probably not how it's gonna work. So I encourage you, be patient, make strategic moves, and keep your job until you are making enough money to replace your job with your business or with your passive income that you're making from your investments. That's all I got for you today, because like I said, I got to go to work myself. All right. Until next time, I appreciate you tuning in. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and exercise your body, exercise your mind, exercise your spirit, and exercise your grind. Till next time.